Okay, now we're going to take a look at Will Welch and his breaststroke from the above water view. Okay, Will, as you're moving forward, you're trying to do a better job with the head. I would like to see you look down the pool a little bit, though. Getting the head down doesn't mean that you have to be looking straight down at all times. That's one of the things that kind of happens. You can see the back view, you're kind of low at the back. Want to be just up a little higher, so we want the back to be right on this line here, and then your head at the very top point should be looking a little more towards the other end of the pool, so looking here. So you're tilted down a little bit, and that's going to get you out in front of your kick a little bit, so your hips aren't going to be as high in the water. But I see you making a change, and you're trying to make a change in your stroke, which is going to be helpful. But I still, at this point, want you to look down the pool. Would like you to get the hands up a little higher on the recovery so you can see how they stay under the water surface level. I really would like to see your hands get right here. So just a little bit higher from the elbows into the hands, right at the surface, and right underneath that chin as you're going to go forward in that stroke. And then as we come forward, you reach out in front, you hold your streamline. That's much better. Used to be kind of pulling out the side. So when you're in this position where your feet are back here like this, your hands used to get out here. So this is going to be helpful. It's going to help your breaststroke be better and faster. And then as we get into that next frames, as we're coming along, and I'll erase that one on your legs. You're trying to be controlled, so we just want to loosen up a little bit. We'll talk about the width of your pull. I think you're pulling a little bit too wide, too straight with the arms. So if we can get a little bend in there, and we should see that on the frontal view, but you can see how straight that arm is. I'd rather see it at this point be a high elbow to here, and then the hands are kind of bent with a high elbow. They're on the same plane, but you got that bend in the elbow, and I'll show you when we get to the underwater view what we're looking at, and that'll help you get more power in terms of the pull right there. As we come into the turn, I will speak a couple things about your turn. As we come into the wall, as you go through the wall, you kept your head down there for the turn. That's good. Still keep it down a little bit longer, but not too bad. Here you're looking at the ceiling, but your arm is still on the wall. So by the time you get to this point, that hand should have left the wall, and you should have a high elbow. And then the hand should be starting back behind the head. So it should be here. You're already all the way back with your shoulders, and your arm's still under the water. So we'd like to get that arm to follow through that body position a little bit quicker and get out in front a little bit quicker. And then it comes in a little late. So you see a little splash there, and you're creating some drag. You can get those hands together a little bit quicker, and we'll talk about that on the underwater view. Then you push off on your side, get to the stomach. That's good. I would like to see, and I've seen a few people do this, I don't really like the dolphin kick as much on the back end of the pull. I'd like to see you take a dolphin kick as you're in your streamline, because now you don't have to separate the hands anymore. You can just take a dolphin kick. So push off that wall, hold that streamline, take a dolphin kick, and then start your pull down instead of taking it the back end. I'm just not seeing enough power out of the dolphin kick at the rear of the pull out. And then as you come up, a little bit early with the head coming out, a little shallow with that pull out. Okay, but we'll talk about from a front position and then from an underwater view what we need to do to improve your pull and your strength in your pull.